Okay, so what did y'all think? Did you like it? Same old, or did you feel like you learned something from this chapter?
I think it's kind of repetitive, but yet I have a lot of work to do.
Okay.
Repetitive is not a bad thing. Just saying, that's how I learned, is repetition.
I felt like, even though I've heard a lot of this before, I felt like the way she says some of it sometimes just triggers my, something different. And I'm like, okay, fine, maybe I'll do that. You know what I mean? And it kind of reminds you because you get out of the habit. Like I think one of the things she talked about was your profile picture. And I was like, oh man, I just had changed that, a couple months ago, but it's my family picture again, and so, just kind of being reminded like to go back and change some of the things that, that maybe we've gotten out of the habit of. Okay, so we'll just get started. So I just loved the very first quote they said. I just thought was so awesome. Build the right relationships with the right people and nurture them, and over time, you'll always have a leg up in the competition. And that, by Paul May, it's really what we do, right? We are supposed to be having conversations with people. We're not supposed to be spamming our friends and family. We're supposed to be having conversations, getting to know people, loving on them a little bit, and hoping that they see that we're different, that our company's different, that what we have is different, that we're not just out here peddling products, that we really care about their health. And so as you dig into this chapter and learning how to be engaging and putting up content that people really care about and standing out from the rest, hopefully that will give you a leg up. So right away she started going into Facebook and Instagram, and I am by far a Facebook fan. I struggle in Instagram. I do dabble over there and I do understand the concept, but I guess because I don't really have, I have friends, trying to figure out how to say this the right way. I don't have as much interaction on Instagram. And so I think it's hard for me to kind of understand the value of it. I have a lot of friends that tell me, oh, it's where I buy all my clothes. It's where I get all my stuff. And I'm like, what? What do you buy your clothes from Instagram? How do you figure that out? And apparently they're using hashtags to search for things that they like, that they're trying to find. And I just haven't spent enough time in Instagram to fall in love with it. Even though I know there's value, I know that people are building businesses over there, and that they are doing really amazing things. So every now and then I learn a little bit more, and I'm a little bit more intrigued, but it's definitely not somewhere where I have decided like I'm going to flip from Facebook to Instagram yet. Anybody else feel the same or completely different from me?
I do not have Instagram. To be honest with you, it scares me just a little bit. And the public part is a little scary.
Okay.
I think Brittany said she's just starting to let go and be public too. There's one issue that I have that I can't really go completely public, so I don't know how to go about that.
Okay, on your Facebook or your Instagram?
I don't have Instagram, but on Facebook.
Okay. So I used to be very public on Facebook. I have since gone back to being more private. And here's my theory on this. Instagram should always be public. Instagram is a totally different ball game from Facebook. Instagram is not, not at least for me, and for if you look at most people's Instagrams, it's more about, because it's picture based and it's not about content. It's not about like digging into the nitty gritty of your life. Facebook for me is where my friends and my family are, and where I personally share my life, not just my business. And although I feel like your Plexus post should be public, not everybody is ready or wants to share everything about their family with the world. And I think that's okay. The reason that you want things to be, so on Instagram, the only way people see your things is if you're public. If you're a private Instagram, they can't search for you. They can't search your hashtags and find you. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're going to search for, probiotic, okay, and you happen to have pictures of your probiotic, they can't see them because you're private. Because we don't use hashtags the same way on Facebook, and people don't use Facebook the same way. People don't really search Facebook. And tell me if I'm completely wrong. If you do this and I am oblivious, then you can tell me. But most people don't search Facebook for things. They use Facebook as a connection with their family and friends. Might be high school, might be middle school, things like that. But they use Facebook for connection with people, not with stuff. Where I feel like Instagram is like, I'm going to look at fashion. I've been looking at baby names on Instagram lately. I've been looking at all sorts of things, trying to figure out how to use hashtags properly. But on Facebook, it's very different. People friend you, and they don't really like, I don't know. I have a few people that I follow because they don't have room on their friends list. And I think once you get to that place and you don't have room on your friends list, then yes, you need to be public so people can see the things that that they're trying to find from you. And but when you're on Facebook, you're not going, let me see who talks about, I don't know, I'm trying to think, furniture, like I need a new bedspread. Let me go see, who's talking about bedspreads today. No, I don't think people go and search Facebook and look for bedspreads and then follow people that talk about bedspreads. You know what I mean? Like it's a totally different social media tool. So I do think, like make your inspirational quotes public, make your Plexus stuff public. But if you have private things about your family or pictures of your kids that you don't want everybody in the world to see, then I understand that. Most people friend me before they just look through my stuff. I would think. I've never had anybody, even when I had a public post, just randomly reach out to me like, hey, I want to talk to you about Plexus because your Facebook is public. I've never really gotten that. Okay. But I think it's important to learn Instagram because eventually Facebook will go to Instagram. And honestly, Facebook is filtering more and more content, and it's harder and harder for people to see the things that you post, that it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Alexis was going to say something too, but I will try, after I get this chaos that's going on right now in my house in order again, I will try. I've actually been seriously thinking about it, and Brittany had a good team meeting too about the Instagram part. So
get your Facebook up and running and get it to where you need it to be, and then open up your next social media thing. I know you'll bite off everything that you can chew, and then you'll be like, I'm overwhelmed, Ainsley. Val, let's work on Facebook. Let's perfect that first, and then we'll open Instagram. Okay. Go ahead, Alexis.
I don't know if we're even there yet, but I really didn't know how important the stories were when it said that people see them 3 times as much as the post. I had no idea. So that's something that I need to focus on, because now, since I'm starting to use Instagram, I just post on Instagram and send it straight to Facebook so that I'm not having to do too much and overwhelm myself.
Okay. Yes, I'm excited to talk about that. All right. So once you get the hang and learn how to share who you really are and not spam your friends, this is the important part, guys. So you're going to fall in love with the entire process. And a fantastic side effect is dramatic boost to your visibility on Facebook and other social media platforms. Okay, so let's talk about attraction marketing. We've talked about attraction marketing before, but I like the way that she describes it. When you think of a brick and mortar business, remember I tell you, your Facebook is your open sign, right? It's your business. It is your storefront. If you don't talk about Plexus on a regular basis, nobody knows that you're open, right? And when you think about a brick and mortar business, such as a clothing boutique, think about all the elements involved in drawing you in. If you walked by a clothing boutique and the windows were blacked out, would you go in? If you walked by a clothing boutique and it said, hippy dippy, and your clothing style is modern chic, are you gonna walk in? You gotta think about what's your target audience and what's going to attract them. Okay. So it would have an appealing sign out front, an attractive display case, friendly and positive employees, and showcase its best throughout the store, right? I used to do that I used to work in a toy store, and we used to go around to the different shelves and make them presentable. And I forget what they called that. But I would have to display things so that people would want to come over and touch it, and look at it and make it attractive. Your first personal Facebook page is the same thing. Let's talk about your profile picture. It needs to be a clear headshot of yourself. Just you. Hey, Charlie, no. And one that you don't change too often. This is your store sign. It can be a selfie or a professional shot, but get a nice close-up that is easy to see when others see in post, threads, or messenger. And this should be your best self. Y'all, this is not my best self, okay? When I post, so I just went and changed mine because I was reading this and I was like, oh man, I just had mine of my family. So here's what mine looks like. Okay. I took this with my own cell phone. This is not a professional picture. But I just wanted to make sure that it was a clear picture of my face and that it wasn't too dated. I have some really great pictures that I love, but I have super long hair, things like that. And people know that that's not what I currently look like. So you want to make sure that it is your best self and that it's not a bathroom selfie, okay? Please don't stand in front of a mirror with your cell phone like this and take a picture, because we know that that's not your best self, right? So, the next time you're headed to church or a wedding or something like that you're getting a little bit more dressed up, maybe you fix your hair, put some makeup on, have somebody take a nice picture of you from chest up and post that picture in your little window. Your cover image can change more frequently, even weekly. This is your display case. I love seeing great family shots, vacation destinations, or inspirational quotes. Mine has been the same for a long time, and the reason for that is these pictures on the top are so much harder to get, that are the right dimension. They have to kind of be long ways, and so they're a little bit harder to do, and so I tend to not change that very often, but you can, she said. Okay, remove the name of your company. I just did this. Rhonda, I did not leave Plexus. I swear. I was thinking that. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to think I'm not doing Plexus anymore, because it used to say Senior Ruby with my ID number on it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to get rid of it so that, and here's the truth. Especially when you're friending people, if you're friending people that you don't know really well, and I'll use this as an example. I'm a part of a mommy group that somebody just posted, hey, I'm looking for like-minded friends, and so if you're interested, can you add me as a friend? There was 60 people that said yes. So I went through and added all those people as friends. As I clicked on them, I could immediately tell who was part of a network marketing company and who wasn't, because they were so salesy, and it was so they had unique, on every little thing, or, whatever. And so it was easy for me to see that. And when you my southern accent's coming out today. If you friend people randomly, they're going to take one look at your profile and go, oh, she's trying to sell me something. Delete. Okay, so keep in mind, you don't. Now, I do have a pink drink in my picture, so we'll see how that goes. I don't normally, but I happened to take a picture the other day, and it's the best one I've got right now. So, but I changed my my profile that says, mine says Jesus First, Air Force Wifey, Motivating Mommy. Okay, I don't know if y'all can read that, but it does not say that I work at Plexus or anything like that. Now, if you go down a little bit to my pictures that are targeted, right? There's a lot of Plexus in those pictures. So I'm going to go through those and make sure that I have fun pictures with my team that don't necessarily say Plexus across the front of them. Okay. So that's your storefront. What does it look like? What does it say? And is it attractive? So remove the name of your company and links to your company page. This is so important. If people can click on the link and go scope it out on their own, why would they need to build a relationship or see what you're all about? Okay. In addition, this is key. You run the risk of them Googling your company, and majority of the network marketing companies have negative stuff floating around the internet about them. How many times have you put your link in the comments to something or sent somebody your website instead of having a conversation with them first, and they've come back to you and said, oh, I read something on Google about Plexus having DMA, what is that called? DMAA in it, which is so not true, in case anybody's watching this. But I have had that so many times. And it's because we didn't stop and really build a relationship with them first and make sure that they trusted us before we just led them to our website. It is so important that you hold their hand and walk through the process with them.
Allie stepped on my feet.
Okay, please be careful. Go play, please, girls. You're supposed to be outside in the sunshine.
I'm good, Patty.
Okay. Such a beautiful day today. We never get sunshine. I'm like, go outside. Yes.
Can we outside? Can we put our things up, those little stickies?
They go on the inside. You can do them after my meeting, okay? Okay. All right.
Oh, after I'm done with this, can I make some Plexus?
I suppose, yes. Every time I'm on here, she's like, can I make some Plexus? Go on.
Ansley, you don't put on then, I need to take off that I work as an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I need to take that off, correct?
That's what she is saying, yes.
Yeah.
She is saying
Okay.
in order to be, and really, honestly, go look at, I'll go look. Go look at like the Rachel Rogers, people that are not just successful in Plexus, because there are a lot of people that are successful in Plexus that don't necessarily have attraction marketing. It was, Plexus, if they jumped in Plexus a lot earlier, it was easier for them to do those things. So, let me see, Rachel Rogers. Now hers
Yeah,
says,
I need to really change mine up.
hers says self-employed is her job. That's what it says.
Okay.
So here's Rachel Rogers. On hers, it has a quote, don't let other people decide who you are. It says motherhood, wellness, fertility warrior, love like him, and then her Instagram name. Okay. And here's her pretty headshot, right? She looks like somebody that knows what she's doing, right? That's what you want to look like. Even if you don't know what you're doing, you want to look like you know what you're doing, right? You go back, if you go down and look at her pictures, it says this will be a good year, be the girl that decided to go for it. She does have one picture of a Plexus product in there. Okay. She has her website, which is rachelrogers.com. If you do not have a domain name for your website, I would suggest that. It is an investment. I think I pay $20 a year. Rhonda, do you have one of those?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I use GoDaddy. You can go to GoDaddy.com and pick a website. So mine is morethanjustamom.net. and you can link your your Plexus website to that. And so when somebody asks me what's my website, it doesn't say shopmyplexus.com/Ansley Somerville. It says morethanjustamom.net. And that is just one more way to look a little bit more professional, right? Now, Rachel has a website that she has created, okay? And this is a lot more professional than anything I have, but this is her website, okay? And so this is how you access her Plexus stuff through here. And it's beautiful. I am just not there yet, okay? So she has that, and then she has her Instagram stuff linked, okay? Any other questions on that? I just got that last year, and it's been easy for me. It was really easy to set up, and it was easy to figure out. They tell you the steps on how to link everything, and you can write it off in your taxes. Okay, so we're good to clean up any old photos from college, anything that's not falling into the fun and classy category. Meaning, if you had some drunken college days and you still have those pictures on there, get rid of them. And I recommend, this is the hard part for me. Are you ready, y'all? I recommend being more like Switzerland when it comes to your opinions, because unfortunately there's a lot of emotion one way or the other that could be turn off to a potential customer or business builder. This is really true. It is a very hard thing to do, especially when you're passionate about something. I just recently, really struggled with all the political stuff on, the abortion topic, the vaccine topic. I forget what other topic was on there. There was just so many of them. And I have very opinionated views on those topics, okay? But I was trying really, really hard to be careful about what I said, because I know that even if I have solid facts to back up my side of my argument, that I'm basically saying this is my opinion, and if you don't like it, then maybe you shouldn't be my friend, and that could ruin a huge chunk of my business, okay? And if somebody, and I will say, during that, for the exact same reason, I deleted and unfollowed people, because I was looking at their Facebooks, okay, and they were posting one-sided, ugly things about people, and I was like, well, I'm never going to be able to work with somebody like that. I'm never going to be able to feel like they should be a part of my team, because they're going to make other people feel bad about things. And so I made some choices on who I was going to let into my circle. Guess what? People are making the same choice about you and what you post. So you got to be careful. If I think I posted one thing I think I posted two things, and I was careful. And one of the things I just said was, I had seen so much hate, and I just said, you guys, if we would spend more time learning other people's stories and how they got to the views they got, we would be in such a different place, rather than saying, if you don't believe in this, then you can't be my friend, or making fun of people or cracking jokes or whatever. So be careful. Okay, there's plenty of topics besides those two topics. I just happened to, because it was probably 3 weeks in a row that those things were like so out there. I could not get through two scrolls on my newsfeed without political stuff coming up, and I was like, I can't do it. And so there's also a really great button on your Facebook, by the way, called snooze, and you can snooze people for 30 days. So there's some people that I didn't necessarily agree with, and the things that I was reading felt toxic to me, and I didn't want to have that, right in my face all the time. But I knew that they don't normally post those things, okay, or that they're my friend. And even if they have a different view from me, then they're still my friend, but maybe I just needed to take a break. And so you can click snooze, and that will keep them from posting up in your newsfeed for 30 days. Okay, so just a tip. And then you can reevaluate that later and go, okay, maybe it wasn't so bad. I was just having a rough day. And that goes with negativity. It goes with, opinions about parenting styles, or, maybe like you're very pro breastfeeding or very pro formula feeding or whatever. Just be careful. If you come off too judgmental, people aren't going to trust that they can come to you with things that they're concerned with. Okay, most importantly, be thinking of what is attractive to others. This isn't about being someone you're not. Please hear me on that. It is about showcasing your best attributes, just like the boutique owner would do in her store. You are not going to be perfect. I am not telling you to be silent about all issues or about all things you care about. Just remember that that is your storefront. And if you are putting it out there for the world to see, they are going to judge you and judge your business. And so you need to be careful about the content that you're putting, or the pictures that you're putting, or when you're having a bad day, whether or not that is something that should be blasted on Facebook. We all have bad days, okay? We all have bad days. And sometimes I even, for me, Facebook used to be somewhere where I vented. And I really have had to change that. And I used to have to literally type it out and then delete it, because sometimes I just need to write something down and get it off my chest. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I need to reevaluate. You can even, if it's really something that you feel like you need to, you can even type it out and change the audience to just me. So just you can see it. And then maybe in 24 hours after you sleep on it, you can decide if it's really something that should go public. When prospects visit your profile, you want them to have a good experience and be drawn or intrigued to learn more about you. That is what attraction marketing is about. Any other questions about attraction marketing or thoughts? Okay, so here's how to create content for your attraction marketing. You should be posting twice a day, which most of us know that already, twice a day, in a variety of non-spammy content, such as personal selfies of you or your kids, etc., inspirational, funny or entertaining, opinion, educational, polls, product posts. So she says product posts should be 1 to 2 times a week. I am going to disagree there. Okay. Well, it says product posts and business posts 1 to 2 times a week, which would be 4 times a week total, which I would be more in agreement with that. If you have been around a long time, like Rhonda or other people that are high up in our company, then I can understand that. If this is brand new, people have to know that you're doing something. And if you're not sharing that, then they're not going to see that you're doing it. And so now it doesn't have to be, where's that? Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Love you. It doesn't have to be a picture of your pink drink. It doesn't have to be a product post that is blatantly Plexus. It should be something that's a little bit more curiosity posting. Lexus posted one the other day that was a great one. Something about her happy pill or something like that. People are going to be like, what is she taking? Those kind of things. But it doesn't have to say Plexus, right? Sometimes it's great too, and sometimes that's not what's needed. But you need to make sure that people know what you're doing. If you're not posting about Plexus on a regular basis, they are not going to think about you when they're ready to start Plexus, okay? Pay attention to what gets engagement and tweak your future posts based on that. As soon as you post, Facebook algorithms decides in 30 minutes whether or not to show your post to the rest of your friends. This is why if you look at a Facebook post, hi buddy, look at a Facebook post, you can see it might say posted 8 hours ago, but it was the first time you saw it because it wasn't enough engagement on it for Facebook to think that it was worth or had enough value for you to see it. So here's what you can do to make sure that your Facebook posts get interaction. Let me just say this. If you look at your Facebook post and you don't get any interaction on those things, stop posting that. Try something different. Okay? Like your post and comment right away. So your own post, like your post and comment underneath it. If it's a inspirational quote, comment, I was having a rough day today and this, just changed my perspective. Something like that. Or ask your mom or your friend or somebody to comment on it for you. Put in a call to action in the post. Does anybody know what a call to action is? Call to action is like a question or to ask them to do something. So post an emoji if you can relate with me today. Okay? So that would be a call to action so that people would post emojis. Now, keep an eye on it and respond quickly. So if somebody posts an emoji, post one back. Or say, yes, girl, feeling ya, whatever it is that you are getting people, you will notice if 3 or 4 people comment, you will start getting more and more and more interaction on that because Facebook goes, oh, 3 or 4 people commented. They must like that post. Let's post it some more, right? For anyone, this is a good one. This one I did not think of, and this was one of those things that I learned from the book. For anyone who comments, go to their profile and comment on one of their recent posts. Facebook loves how social this is, okay? Keep a folder of your highest engaging posts and recycle them every other month or so. Eventually, you can draw from Facebook memories for content to repurpose. Be consistent with how frequently you're posting or doing Facebook Lives. Your audience will begin to follow you and needs to know what to expect from you. I usually post in the morning, and I try to post something in the evening before I go to bed. My husband's a real stickler about me being on my phone when he's home, and so I tend to not do that as much. However, I will say when I get to America, that is going to change because right now I try to post something kind of that 5 o'clock zone here when he's just kind of getting home. But in America, I'll be posting probably about 8 o'clock at night because that is when people are most engaging on their Facebook. Unfortunately, 8 o'clock at night is not going to help me here because you guys are still in the middle of your day. But eventually that's my goal. And if that is something, if you struggle like I do with a spouse that wants you off your phone, go and use Buffer and use that for your 8 o'clock post. Go set it up that every night it's going to post for you at 8 o'clock. And you can do the other ones, but have that set up for you. You can schedule your posts in groups or on pages. See? Schedule them. Don't post to just post. Think it through. I can tell you the things I scroll through are people that dump pictures on their Facebook. Okay, so you went out and had a good day with your family and you don't say anything about it. You just say, had a great day out. Here's 25 pictures. I scroll right past that. Okay, if you're going to post something about going out with your family, write something engaging in the box. I can't even think today. In the box so that I want to look at your pictures. Okay. Like went out to the Abbey today, saw beautiful flowers and the birds were out and whatever. Be descriptive. Tell a story about what you did. Be genuine and authentic and you can't go wrong. Yes, they go on the window. All right, so here's the Facebook stories. Let's see. Instagram stories are being viewed triple the amount of posts shown in the news feed. Okay. Facebook loves it when you use all of its variation features and will favor you within the algorithm when you venture into Facebook stories. Does anybody not know what Facebook stories are? Yeah. Okay. So let me show you. If you go to your Facebook. You go up to the top, okay? Where you see people's things, pictures, you click on it. It goes through different things. So she has, I can't read this because I'm facing the other direction, but it will scroll through like a slideshow of different things, okay? These are Facebook stories. Sometimes there are people posting, so these are all hers, okay? If you then you can scroll to the next one and see somebody else's. Sometimes they are videos. So I can find somebody doing a video.
I guess I don't understand the concept of stories because of the post so cute.
Okay. You don't understand the concept of story. So that's what she's going to talk to you about. But basically it's kind of like having an Instagram on Facebook. Okay. Because Facebook, kind of the whole point is that you read something and then you see a picture. Stories is just a picture. Or it might have a few little words on it, or it might be a video. It's basically she says it's a glimpse into your day. So she said, yeah. It's a glimpse into your day-to-day activity, as much as 4 different posts a day. So this is going to be a place where instead of scrolling through the news feed, people actually have to go and click and see what you're doing, okay? So I can scroll through and maybe Emily Roberts will pop up in my news feed at some point. But if I want to know what she's doing today, I can just click her at the top of my screen, and basically it's like her highlight reel, right, of what it is that she's been, posting about, the most important things that she wants you to see. Now I've noticed that if you comment on it, it goes to a direct message. I haven't kind of figured all of that out, but I notice if I post an Instagram story or Facebook story, if somebody comments, it comes to me as a message. Okay, a glimpse into your day-to-day activities, much as 4 different posts a day. Maybe you share a sweaty selfie in the gym in the morning, an awesome new smoothie recipe you tried for the first time, and then you might show a curiosity post about your product later that day. Okay, so let's go back to Emily Roberts. She is, I guess, today, hang on, let's see if I can get back to the beginning. Don't know how to go to the beginning of her, there. So, Sterling, my first little love, my oldest, my whole heart, my mini-me. He was so funny about having a sibling. He told me daily it was a girl, constantly look under my shirt. So he must be his birthday. I'm gonna assume that. So she is posting every single one of these is about Sterling and about his basically about his life. So 17 weeks with him in 2014, 20 weeks with Sterling. And she kind of tells, funny things about it. So these are all about my first ever Instagram post before Instagram was cool. So these are all about Sterling for his birthday, okay? But you're not going to see these if you go to her Facebook and just look at her Facebook. This is just on her Instagram stories, right? And if you look at the top, you can see, let's see. You see all these little dotted lines up here? That's how many stories, so that it goes basically in a slideshow, okay? If you go to somebody else's, it might scroll across the top because she only has one thing, okay? And then it'll go to the next person. So basically it's just pictures instead of having to talk about what you're posting.
How do you write on it?
So when you go to post a story,
I see there's a little paintbrush and
yes, let's see.
Because I was gonna post a picture of Penny sitting on me and putting something real captive on it.
Yeah, so I think if you post a picture, it should say, let's see. Oh yeah. Well, you don't want to see that picture. Once you get the picture, you can go up here at the top. There's either a squiggle. You have to put the picture on first. There's a squiggle. where you can draw on it. So if you want to just circle something, so there might be it might be in your garden and you might want to circle a bug or something that you saw.
Okay.
Okay. Next to that, there's the A symbol, and that's to type.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Okay. It was hiding because I put hearts around the dog.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
going to put something catchy. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm learning.
Yes.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Okay. So this is the piece I wanted you to hear, is that people actively click your story to take a look at what's happening in your life versus reactively seeing what you've posted that comes up in their news feed. That's powerful. That means I want to know what it is that you're talking about. So I'm going to go see, because I'm going to go click on your stories. And yes, it's going to take a little bit longer for people to do that because they have to know whether or not you have interesting content. Val, I tell you this all the time and I don't see it. I want to know about your farm life. I know nothing about farm. I want to know what you're canning, how you can, how many chicken eggs you got this morning, what your cute little raccoon is doing today. Go take a short video of that raccoon scurrying around doing something and post it on your stories. That is going to get people going, ooh, what is she up to? I am telling you, I'm fascinated with that life, and I don't know anything about it. I'm telling you, you laugh at me, but you just wait and watch. People are going to start interacting with you because it's part of a life that most of us don't live. If I could spend one day in the day of the Amish in where Rhonda lives, like that would be the highlight of my world, because it's just something that I have no clue about. I know little pieces of it and I'm like, how do you live like that? I want to know. It's just like that. I want to know what you do all day, Val. While you're up at 3:00 in the morning, put it on your videos. Okay, so then we're talking about Facebook Lives, the dreaded Facebook Lives. In 2018, Facebook announced that its #1 priority would be Facebook Lives. If you don't know what to do, just start, she says. Again, Val, I will tell you, I want to learn about farming. I want to learn about how to can. I don't know how to can. I think about it all the time. I want to know how to make pickles. Okay, I like pickles, and I don't want to buy them at the store. I want to make them fresh. I want to know how to make some jam or whatever it is that you make. I don't know, but I don't know how to do that. So get on the live and teach us, or go and talk to us. What's your raccoon's name again? I always forget.
Tobias.
Tobias, yeah, you suggested as baby name. I was like, I'm only going to think about your raccoon.
The reason why I like that is because of the meaning, and that's why he got named that. So
I know, I was just teasing you. I was like, I can't name my kid that. I'm going to think about your raccoon all the time. But that is so cool to me. That is one of the most unusual pets. When you feed him in the morning or whenever you feed him, I'm sure he eats cool things. Fruit or something, I don't know. Let us see. I've never seen that before. My kids would sit next to me and watch that for hours. I promise you. Go out and collect chickens or chicken eggs, not chickens, and show me how you're doing in the morning. I think it's awesome.
I tried to do a live on the chickens, but where my chicken coop is, I lose service, so it freezes it up, because I have tried that. But
I will then take a video and put it on your stories.
Okay.
And so when you go and edit that, you can just put words on it, and you can put my morning routine or up before the sun rises or something like that. And that's what will grab people's attention. If you're looking at trying to figure out what can you do for your lives, ask your friends what they go to you for. Notice what you're best at teaching. Do a poll or just learn something new and turn around and teach it. Remember, there's always someone you know more than, and if you can impact one person, then you've done your job. Okay? Whatever you choose, be consistent. Don't go live for 5 days in a row and then become a ghost for months. I'll tell you what, the best thing that's ever happened, it's going to sound so awful, but the best thing that's ever happened for my business is getting pregnant. People want to know about pregnancy stuff all the time, and the more I post about it, the more interaction I get. Even if it's a Plexus post about pregnancy I'm using while I'm pregnant, I get more interaction because people want to know what I'm doing, what I'm up to. And I can't even wait to have like a little baby that does cute things, because I'm sure that is another piece of that.
What are these?
Oh, those are your cards. You can open them.
Okay, all of them?
Okay. So a couple of tips were, write things down so that you don't go scrambling, right? Have your notes prepared. Find a designated place that's quiet where you can do your lives. Non-distracting background and good lighting. One of the other ones I circled was drive up engagement by saying, put a 1 in the comments if you're watching this live and a 2 if you're watching replay. You can say those kind of things often. You can say that, and then later on you can say, give me a heart if you agree with me, or, things like that. The more interaction you can get on that, the more people are going to watch your lives. And most people are going to watch you on replay. The length of time depends on the content. She said hers average 15 to 18 minutes. I will tell you, if you're new at doing lives, keep them to 3 to 5 minutes, because people aren't going to sit on there for 15 minutes. And most likely, if you haven't done lives in a really long time, if you go 15 minutes, you're probably rambling. Start short and sweet. Now that's different though. I just told Val, go teach us how to can. She's not going to be able to teach us how to can in 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. So we know that she may not be showing us the whole thing, because I'm sure that takes hours, but she might show us a snippet of something. And she might do that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe canning takes a week to do. And so maybe every day she does a live on a little piece of it and can show us, or whatever it is that you're doing. Respond to every single comment after you're done, because it will drive up your algorithm and get you in front of more people. Focus on helping and teaching and not the number of views, and embrace progress, not perfection. Any questions about Facebook Lives? All right, so here's our homework for the week. Update your profile picture and your bio section. Remove the company name and implement the attraction marketing principles discussed. Plan out your posts with the social media content calendar and fill it out completely. Tweet.
Did
Hang on,
anybody
I'll call you right
find
back.
the calendar
Huh?
by chance? Did anybody find the calendar by chance?
I didn't.
Her website does not coincide with her book.
I'll have to check it out. I have not
Her
looked.
websites, or her web address that she gives, I always have to do a bunch of search, but that one, the only thing I found is to pay for her printables.
Huh.
So I'm a little confused on her.
I'll see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can figure that out. Brainstorm your Facebook Live topics and write down 10 ideas. Using ideas in this book, write down several title starters that can expand for a variety of lives. I was going to tell you, her lives are geared, her lives are geared towards network marketing. I would not suggest that in the beginning of your business, unless that is your thing. If your thing, I have thought about it often actually, because I like teaching about network marketing, and I've thought maybe someday I'll dive into that. But right now, in the beginning of your business, or until your business is large, you're going to talk about things that makes people want to get on your Facebook. Okay, they want to learn more about you. If they think you're only going to talk about network marketing and they're not a network marketer, then they're probably going to go find somebody else to pay attention to. So that would be my suggestion. But obviously she has a successful business training people to be network marketers. And so that is why it is good for her, because she's able to promote her book and things like that. Come up with a weekly Facebook Live series that has a theme and try to be consistent. Do a Facebook Live. Take a deep breath. Ongoing. Don't forget your daily mindset work, implementing journaling, reviewing your vision board, meditating, and reading educational books. Okay. Okay, so next week is chapter 9. And I know that you guys are going to get on this week for the training for our IPA Dough app, and I'm so excited. Y'all, I'm like, I can't even tell you. And I'm like cringing because those slots are gone. So I know there are people that didn't get on and get their slots, and they are gone. Okay, so pat yourself on the back for getting the slots. Enjoy it. I know you're going to fall in love with it like I did and Rhonda did, and I'm excited to see what it does for your business. You guys have anything else before we jump off? I hope you got something out of this today. I hope it changes something that you do. I hope you spend some time on your Facebook. Go through it, scroll through it. I would challenge you to do that. Scroll through your Facebook. Is it something that you would click on? If you just randomly saw it on somebody else's, on your news feed, would you click on what you're posting and go, I want to read that today? If not, change it up. Try something new. Are your pictures, are you personally, are you on your Facebook? If you're not, you need to change it. Okay, people go to learn about you, to see you. They want to know what's going on in your life. That is why they are on your Facebook. It is not Instagram. It is Facebook. Facebook. Okay? There is a reason it is called that, and they want to see what you're up to. Post a picture with your honey today. It's Valentine's Day, and maybe you're doing something fun. Maybe you're cooking a nice meal for your husband, or you got some flowers or something. Post about it. All right, y'all. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week.
I am